Oh, hi. This week, what the fuck is happening? Everything's gone mad. I don't even want to get into it because by the time this is even up, everything's gonna be different anyways. Rather than feeling weird about saying stuff that will become irrelevant immediately, let's just chill. We're gonna do a project that I started recording. There's a whole separate chunk of video that happened before this that we're just gonna throw in the garbage and add to the dumpster fire because I have my Cricut and my tablet out. Nothing on the computer is working. I can't get anything to talk to anything else. I don't know if it's the computer's fault because it's super old. It still has a disk drive, which to be fair is part of why I like still having this computer, because I don't have any big company sponsors of this video, but this content is brought to you by everyone over on my Patreon, and the plan for my April Mailtime Perk patrons, yes, there is still time for you to join by the end of the month if you would like to receive this gift. I'm gonna make you all mix CDs because it's my birthday Saturday. I'm gonna be doing a live stream from 9 a.m. to noon-ish. We'll see how long I talk a bunch of shit. Eastern Standard Time. Just to give a hangout time. I'll probably be drinking beer mimosas because I don't get to actually see any of my friends in person, and the next best thing is hanging out in a live stream with all of you. If we can't physically be together, we'll at least hang out on the internet. So yeah, that is the plan for that. But what you usually have at a party is a cool soundtrack of your favorite songs. So since it's going to be on YouTube and they don't let you play any copyrighted music in the background, the songs I would be playing in the background at our dope-ass hangout party is what I'm going to be putting onto a mix CD. And whether or not you are a patron, please come hang out with me on my birthday. I would really appreciate the company, and we're going to do some chill stuff. Yes, there may be venting sessions. We'll probably make a thing. Probably snuggle the dog. Bert is desperately trying to hide away from me in his little clamshell bed. Everything's gonna be great. Yeah, we're gonna do this a little more analog than it originally intended, but also I always say whenever I do a Cricut project, there are options to just do it without the fancy tech stuff, and since the technology is failing us, that's what we're gonna do. But feel free, if you have a Cricut that wants to work, then you can use that to do this as well. Oh, I haven't said what we're making. We're gonna make some buttons, and the kind you sew on. We are at least going to try to make buttons, because I think they are gonna be thick and strong enough once the shrink plastic is shrunk down, that as long as it's a pretty beefy design with only a little bit cut out in the middle, that it should function as a button. But this is what the experiment is going to be. What magnificent art I've created. I made 12 very poorly drawn circles, and now I will cut them out. Probably even worse. I just have nothing left in me, although I know I will feel better having this done. This started as a much bigger project, and I have literally now dwindled it down to, let us shrink down 12 circle shapes and maybe decorate them. And I'm struggling with this. I opted to watch Queer Eye again because it warmed my heart. It's like eating my favorite comfort food that's also good for me. Whatever that is for you, let yourself indulge in it. Here are my very poorly cut out circles. It's good they're see-through so you can't really tell how bad the shape is. I'm gonna punch a couple holes in the middle. The problem with the hole puncher is you can only scooch it in so far, but it's all right. We're gonna have wonky buttons, and I just need to lean into that. Yeah, we got some holes. We're past the point of trying to make these be perfectly identical. We are striving for adequacy today, and that's okay. I'm not gonna feel bad about that. All right, I'm gonna color these in with something. I mean, I'm gonna use my Sharpies, but design-wise, I don't know what to do. I have a limited color palette, so gonna think of something. Do that real fast, and then we're gonna bake these. Okay, I colored in 9 of them with my, 3 Sharpie colors. I am in shock and awe that throughout the years of craft hoarding I have done, and the fact that my mom worked at a craft store for a very long time, I do not have one of those fucking massive 48 color packs. I do eyeball them every Black Friday because they go on sale at Michael's, but I just got a much more reasonable 4-pack last time I had to buy some. So I was working with what I got, and I'm not even doing all 12 buttons because this is where I'm at today. So I'm gonna cook these, and we'll see how they look. So let's go to the oven. So I'm preheating the oven. It's just going to 350. I have laid out all my very professional designs on the parchment paper. I like to fold it over just to hold them in place. I make sure none of them are touching. Yeah, just wait for that to heat up and then we'll toss them in. All right, it's ready. Now, yes, it is easier to keep an eye on them being the right size if you don't have them covered with the second layer of the parchment paper and you keep an eye on it through the window. I just try to make a point to not leave them in too long because then they'll get like this bubbling effect happening. But yeah, just kind of give it a minute or two. And if you do take them out and they're not fully shrunk or like are still a little wobbly and haven't laid flat again, just put them back in for a little bit and it should finish the process fine. All right. I mean, also don't burn yourself doing this. I think those are probably about as small as they're gonna get. I was kind of going for a Dragon Ball Z look here, but didn't have the right colors. So we got a blue and green one. Lots of little heart guys. These are actually lightning bolts, just kidding. I did a weird pinstripe situation. More stripes, more hearts, and then a Pokeball because, you know, gotta lean into that nerd shit. So I'm gonna give these a second to cool and then I'll meet you back downstairs. All right, here are all the buttons. Oh, that's a very good noise. Here's some button ASMR for you. I really like what it did with the colors for everything, but this one, I kind of hate how this one looks, but I wanted like a solid color one. I think the Pokeball one looks fucking rad. What I'd have to do is maybe paint the bottom white or maybe leave it clear. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. If it's against a white shirt, that would work. This was fun. And as I imagined it would do, I feel better having done this. It's just a real slog getting through it. So one thing I just remembered and did get very excited about is the giveaway of the cat bag from last week. I was gonna do like a regular paper drawing, but going through the submissions, there was one person in particular that I'm gonna prioritize and send to them and cherry pick it and not do it as like a blind draw. So Alyssa Marie, I want to send this to you because you're rad and you've been through a lot and I would like to send a thing to just show appreciation that you're still here. So yeah, email me your address or DM me on Instagram or Twitter, whatever you're more comfortable with. If you don't know what the fuck this is, I will add a little end card here with the video I did last week on how to make a little cat bag. And yeah, I sometimes give things away. This is one of those times. Thank you all for being here. If you stuck it out through the end, I really, really appreciate it. I do have a Patreon, an Etsy, a coffee page. You know, every little bit genuinely helps. And certainly, if not me, check out all those platforms as well. Etsy, Patreon, coffee, and go support artists that you really like if you have the means. And yeah, let's all help each other out in whatever way we can. I hope me providing some weird silliness. I know this hasn't been the most upbeat video. I am having a harder day today than I thought I was. Pretty confident having a live stream hangout with everyone on Saturday morning. I think that will be very beneficial. Certainly to me. I heard a couple of you said it helped you dealing with everything. So yeah, and if that's a way that helps other people, I would really like to do that. So I'll be here Saturday morning and I hope you'll join me. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you Saturday morning, and if not then, I will be back here with another video next Friday. Please take care of yourselves.